How are you, sir?
Good.
Pat Brennan from the Cincinnati Enquirer.
Nice to see you.
It's good to talk to you. I know this is a very special day for the Nashville market and their successful expansion push. There are 3 cities, though, kind of in limbo right now. Can you give us any kind of update on where expansion goes from here?
Tomorrow we're going to kind of provide some timing on where we're going to come out with the second team that will join Nashville as the 2 teams that we're going to bring into the league. We're not ready to do that today. We're not final with any of the other markets, so Cincinnati, Nashville, and Detroit are still in the mix. We had hoped to be able to finalize both teams at the same time before the holidays. We were unable to do that, but we're confident that we'll be able to finalize a team, the second team, shortly. We'll give the timing on that tomorrow, but without doubt it will be announced before the start of the MLS season in March.
And you said,
hang on one second. Can you give another quick soundbite? Because you said Cincinnati, Nashville, and Sacramento in the mix. Could you just say Cincinnati, Detroit?
Cincinnati, Detroit.
just tee it up because this is not live.
Okay, Cincinnati, Detroit, and Sacramento are still in the mix.
Can you all along the working theory was that
protect me on that one, right?
we have edit buttons. All along, Don, the working idea that was put forth by the league was that you would have this sorted out by the end of the year. What was the hitch in the process that made that? Where did the impasse come?
There really isn't a hitch or an impasse in any way. We want to have finalized agreements before we announce teams. And our expansion committee meeting was 10 days ago.
Yeah.
And we are very confident that we're going to have that second team finalized, but we're not able to reach a final agreement, and we didn't want to announce anything until we have that final agreement.
Can you shed any light? Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Were you done?
Yeah.
Can you shed any light on where you are specifically with FC Cincinnati and if they're part of?
Yeah, FC Cincinnati had an unbelievable pitch. They did a wonderful job. We've got great respect for Carl Lidner and his family and Scott Farmer, his partner. We're totally intrigued and impressed by what's been going on with FC Cincinnati. I've visited the city and attended a great U.S. Open Cup match, and I'm confident that they're in a really good spot.
The speculation is that this is a stadium issue on FC Cincinnati's end, and you said back in July that you liked all 3 stadium sites. You said that at the All-Star game. Is that still the case? Do you still like the 3 sites? Is this a stadium issue?
We still like all 3 sites, and it's premature to me talk about what any of those issues are.
Yeah.
But they made a fantastic presentation, one that was impressive and was complete. So I can't say enough about what a good job Carl and his group have done.
What did Nashville rise to the top? Was it something specific about their bid that you were like, okay, you're number 1, you're in now?
They came to the finish line first. They had their ownership group, their stadium, every element of their plan was there, faster than anybody else. And we've been very impressed. I think you can feel it here by what they put forth. And we were able to finalize an agreement with them.
Columbus Crew leaving, does that have any impact on the possibility of Cincinnati?
No, it has no impact on Cincinnati's bid at all.
Can you at least say you don't think any of the agreements would be final until the new year? I've seen that a little bit in social media.
I don't know the answer to that, so I won't comment that. So we are where we are. We don't have any final agreements with any of the 3 markets, so I can't tell you whether that's going to be what the timing of that is. So I just can't shed any light on that.
Guys, we have a live hit with a local ESPN radio. If we get maybe 1 or 2 more.
Can you tell us what makes the fairgrounds here such an appealing stadium site?
Well, it's not the fairgrounds itself. It's the reimagined plan for the fairgrounds, and the 10 acres of mixed use, entertainment, retail, and residential that will be around that stadium will give it a feeling similar to the feeling of the Gulch here, which was a very run-down part of the city that the Turner family, who was one of the owners of this team, redeveloped. And if you guys want to walk around there, you'll see it as really a remarkable urban redevelopment. So we like the fact that they had access to the site, that they were able to get public funding for the site, that there is a really cool master plan that we think is going to be good for the city and good for the team to have all sorts of opportunities around that stadium that we think will make it successful. If those opportunities didn't exist, then the fairground site would not be nearly as attractive to us and might have affected their bid.
Just one last one, guys. We've got a lot of viewers waiting, wondering what's going on. Is there any opportunity for Cincinnati?
Yeah, there is absolutely an opportunity for Cincinnati. I think that nobody should misinterpret that Nashville is announced first, having any negative